Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Alternative Voice, and we are back yet another day with another episode. We have some politics to discuss with you today. First off, there is so much that has been happening around politics and so much that has happened in Kenya, especially today. There was a fire tragedy in Nakuru. And several students died. Unfortunately, more than 15 students died in the morning. And I want to personally take this chance to condole with the families and our fellow students and those who are in hospital, to wish them quick recovery for that tragedy that happened today morning in Nakuru. So today we are talking about some politics, and what we are discussing is the politicians actually addressing the things that Kenyans need to hear, or is it just the normal politicking that we are used to? And people will actually support their favorite politicians, and sometimes you'll find someone is supporting this politician for this take, and then another time, come another campaign season, they support the same politician who is now having a different take on the same subject. And then you wonder, do we ever stand for anything as a country? Do we ever stand for anything as individuals, even leave alone the politicians? As individuals, do we ever stand for anything? So that's what we are here to talk about. And today on the show, we missed her last time. Mwanasiti Athman is on the panel. And we are also waiting to see if Moses Tisa will be joining in. He's a youth liaison at the office of the senator in Homa Bay. And Mwanasiti Athman is an aspirant, MC aspirant, Nairobi CBD ward, and he's also working in Linda Mwananchi as Secretary General, I suppose, of young women in Linda Mwananchi movement. And we missed you last time. We tried to catch up with you and we were not able to. So welcome to the show, Mwanasiti.
Thank you so much, Cedric, for this opportunity. The people in this show, I'm glad to be here and I'll be your guest today.
I don't know if everyone else can hear you, but nasikia ni kama audio yako iko chini.
Hi everyone, my name is Mwanasiti Athman, a member of PM Party and a current in CBD ward as an MCA, an SG in Linda Mwananchi Young Women.
Can you? Sorry. Are you able to do without the earpiece?
Are you listening now?
Yeah, I think the audio is at least better, even in the background.
Hi everyone, my name is Mwanasiti Athman, an aspirant of CBD Ward MCA. I'm the SGO, Linda Mwananchi Young Women, and I'm a member of PM Party, the People Renaissance Movement.
Nice to meet you. And I don't know if you will, if you had my introductory part. If you can just weigh in on what happened this morning in Nakuru, where several students.
I'll speak about it. It was a sad morning today as we start in Utumishi Girls School, where the
Yes.
the senior secondary school pupil were burnt in a dorm. And I don't want to say it. I don't want to I want to politicize it kindly, because it could be a man-made
Yeah.
or it could be an accidental.
Yes.
Losing 15 kids at this generation and 74 injured in hospital, it's a sorrowful thing to the parents and the school at large. So I just take this moment, a silent of moment, to condole with the family who has lost those 16 young girls, and
Yes.
the students who are in hospital. I just wish them quick recovery. At the moment, you're not supposed to say much, because I do believe that if you're a parent and your kid is not in that school which is affected, a lot don't happen. We lost kids in El Kadai in Nyeri, and nothing was done. So I hope this time something will be done for these students. And a lot have been happening. We have lost 10,581 kids for the last 15 months, and our government is so silent about it. So I really don't know. I really don't know what is happening in our country, and we should stand at large and support the removal of this government. We are in the hectic time of our finance bill 2026, 2025, 2026, and the
Yeah.
taxes are so high. So we do believe that the economy will be low, and the standard of living for people will be hectic.
Yeah, thank you for that. That was a very unfortunate event that happened, and we hope the right thing will be done to address the issues that have been surrounding schools and emergency and security of the children, especially in boarding schools. And before we get into the politics of the other politicians, kindly, if you can tell us about yourself and how did you find your way into politics?
I think so. I'm in a family which have warned about a peace campaign. My aunt he's the leader of a peace campaign in Coast, and I think so. In my school time, I've been a leader, I've been a prefect, and I loved politics since I was young. So since 2024, after the demonstration which the Gen Z did, I
Yes,
decided that I should be in the move of the change of our country, because our country has really gone down since the Kenya Kwanza regime entered this
yes, yes,
government. And another thing is, like, I'm not a career politician. I think so. I am one of the people. I'm one of the victims who have walked in these streets, abide clothes in these stalls. I've sit in this traffic in Nairobi. I know what is broken because I live about it every day. So the reason why I decided to be an MCA in CBD is to do order without killing livelihoods, to clean and safe, to clean this city, make it safe, a working environment for the CBD, support
yes.
the small trade people, and a real accountability of everything. I'd love to include a 3 month baraza for the city people and ask them and explain to them the expenditure and how it will be used. That is what I intend to do as an MCA if elected.
Okay, you're talking about change, and mostly people come talking about change. Very many people, politicians. It's good that you have you have mentioned that you would not want, or you are not a career politician. The way we are used to some people who have made politics like their job, so they have to be in it. Some have been in it for over 50 years, and then they still purport to be the change we need, despite the fact that they have been in those spaces for more than 40, 50 years. So politicians always come with sweet talk, but then when it comes to actualizing what they promised, it becomes difficult for them, and many people blame it on the system. Do you think that this change that you are talking about in Nairobi and even in Kenya at large is possible? Oh, sorry. Okay, go ahead.
I'll just say politician, but us the citizens we are the problem. I'll not come to campaign, use over more than 3M, and you think that I'll work for you. I'll have to return that cash. So as like we should remove the citizens should remove the campaign of handouts in their head and let us choose the leader that will work for our people, the leader that will change our country. For sure, at the moment you've just heard about whatever is happening with the publicity of the finance bill. People are being paid
Yes.
to attend it. So if you give me 1,500 to go attend something, that just to say yes for it to pass, do you think those people will work for you? They will never, because they have used their money. If I come to your estate, I give you less or instead of multitasking, whatever it's the problem is in that community. I'll one day tell you the lessons that I gave you, parade them and there'll be roads.
Mhm.
The cash that I gave you, go change them for that change that you need. But if we just put ourselves, we have leaders who have ideology. Ideology
Yes.
matters a lot rather than the handouts that people are given around. I know there is no opportunity, there are people who are jobless, but despite of your career, despite of your effort, we are given hands, and there are a lot of as like a lot of kids value white collar job rather than their talent things that they have. So I'd love us to bring our mind out of the handouts, campaigns and election so that we choose a leader, not a dignified politician that will just use cash for him to get there.
Yeah, exactly. And this is actually a very good discussion to have because it is something that the country has been through for a very long time, with the politicians staying in those spaces, and they are just different sides of each other, but they all claim to be the change that the country needs. And this is an amazing discussion to have. So as we proceed, those of you who are watching, wherever you're watching from, if you have any question or contribution to the topic that we are discussing tonight, kindly put it in the comments and we will be able to read it here. If you have any concern, please put it in the comments as we continue. And I wanted to ask you specifically, you're going to be the CBD MCA. I would love to know personally, and who are the people who vote in the CBD, and how are you planning on approaching them as we head towards the election year?
Who vote in CBD, they're the soldiers, and we have market women, we have people who stays along CBD, that is Ngara, and we have students along Tuk. I think so the ward have only 6 wards, 6 polling station. That is
Yes.
Mori Avenue, St. Peter's, we have Mudhurwa, and we have Tuk. So at the moment, I think so the border riders who work that day, people who think they work around CBD, prefer to buy in CBD where they work that day because of that time. So
Mm.
we don't have that much votes, but we have more than at the moment we have new voters, which has reached almost 64 from 44. So that is whatever we plan to do. But I've talked to market ladies where a lot of the vote comes from,
Yes.
and some of the chairpersons of the border borders around CBD.
Okay. Uh, and finally, before we get into the other part of our discussion, Nairobi has been a very difficult. I would use the word difficult county to manage, because you can remember we've had several governors, and at one time even the military had to take over the city during President Uhuru's time, and several times, including now, they have been transferring some of the works of the county to the national government. Uh, where do you think the problem is? And heading into the 2027 election, several people have actually uh, stated that they would be interested in running the city. Among those ones whom you know that have expressed interest already, whom do you think will be in a position to manage Nairobi?
First of all, I'll just say, despite our governor Sakaja, who was given some departments to the national, I think so. We understand the reason behind whatever he was doing. And first of all, it's all about stealing money because the financial department was transferred to the national. Because I think so, the revenue collection of CBD through the hawkers, the borders, the stall thing, you can just approximate that our CBD collects more than 4 point something billion a day. And that's a good cash for our government to do their project, which they really don't have money at the moment. Another thing about the aspirant, I think so. I know Gakuyo, if I'm not wrong with the spelling. I know Honorable Dr. Babu Owino. There is Sakaja who is vying again for that seat. And another
Mhm.
person who I know, the deputy who was for Sakaja, who was for
Yes, yes.
Sakaja. Hmm? At my point of view at the moment, I do support Honorable Babu Owino, despite of his working at Newton of Embakasi East being the best performance in the MPs.
Great. That is nice. So let's let's proceed from there. And we talking about politics and whether the political rhetoric that has been going on recently, because people already started campaigns for 2027, whether they are actually addressing the needs, actual needs of Kenyans. And I am aware that you support Linda Mwananchi, that the other side of ODM. I will start by asking, where has Linda Mwananchi been recently? Because there are people there are people who are claiming that I saw some tweets on X, wanasema pesa ya Uhuru imeisha. Hello.
I'm just saying, I hear you.
Yes, yes, I can hear you now.
Yeah, I'll just tell you, enemies are all over. Despite
Yes.
you have a channel of YouTube, some people will come and black sheet out it for people not to like your channel. So at the moment, Uhuru never funded Linda Mwananchi. I've been going for rallies more than 4 times and we sponsor ourselves. And the leaders sit down, say this is the amount that we have, this is the amount that I have. So they put together and have a rally. Despite of the silent rallies, they have been one of the principal who lost his mom. They
Yes.
had to condole with him. We're not rushing, we're not competing. That is the problem with other people. We're not competing, we're not doing a muscle thing. We just want the message to reach to the community and at large the wananchi of Kenya and let them get the right message. Despite of whatever bloggers will say in Twitter, whatever, and I usually say in my lifetime. Anything that is thrown stone to, that is the best thing. So if it could not be the best thing, people could not be talking about it. So let God guide us and we shall reach wherever we are doing. That's all I can say.
Nice, nice, nice. Uh, Today, the president has said that uh, in case, in case the president today there was the national prayer breakfast that was happening, and the president has said that in case he loses the election, he will accept defeat. Uh, what do you read from those words of the president?
The words are ironically, despite in the prayer section, the words are ironically. I think so. He's the only person who usually say one term hawana agenda. So
Yes,
what has it come today that he says if he loses he will accept it? And he's the same person who usually say nani alisema president ni wa one term. So let him stay with his ironically thing and let the agenda flow by itself. I've just told you it's only about our forces and the agenda that we are putting to the people of Kenya. Kenya is larger than Ruto. Kenya is larger than Linda Mwananchi. Kenya is larger than the united opposition. So if you put Kenya at first, a lot will happen. So I do believe that the journey has started and we do believe that the change is coming. This is the fourth revolution in our country. Despite the prayers, I think so yesterday his wife came up with something that he prayed for a woman and got twins. But he cannot pray for this country for kids not to get lost and to be killed. He cannot pray and change this vision of our country that people are suffering. And she's a mother. So I just urge that I'll never go and accuse the two-term people. Rather, will I ever support them? Because I'll never sit and dine in a table that a person has killed any soul.
uh, before we go to the things that the slide you are on have been addressing in the rally, uh, do you think, not do you think, let me put it this way before I come to that as the second part of the question. What do you think are the main issues heading into 2027 that Kenyans need addressed, putting in mind that the biggest percentage of Kenyans at the moment are youthful people below the age of 35? What are the main things that you as a person, because you are also a youth, what are the main things you think should be addressed by the people who are vying for different positions, and especially at the presidency?
The only thing I'll just tell the people who are buying not to promise big agenda to the people. At the moment, our country is sinking, and the only thing that you will have to, me, if I was to stand as a president, this is the only thing I'll just have to promise to the people. Let me tackle and return all the stolen properties and cash to clear the debt of our country. I think so. As from 14th of June, our debt will be at the range of 13.7 trillion. Despite Ruto goals, that is a burden. Despite that, but let me ask you something. If you just
Yes.
follow up about the taxpayers, the tax collectors, how much they collect per day and how much they collect per year, per month, they can clear this debt in almost 2 years and the debt is over. The collection of the tax since last year. So at this moment, I don't know whatever is happening to our country. But I do believe that there are people who are stealing and want Kenya to fall. But by the grace of God, I do believe so much in the God, the creator of the universe and everything. By the grace of God, we shall stand still and raise the better Kenya that we want. It's all about the belief and unity. That's all matters at the moment.
Okay, okay. That's great. And there have been several things that are being addressed in these rallies. And I'm trying to get on to Tisa. He's having an issue with his microphone and camera. He really wants to jump into the conversation. I'll try my best to see if he will be joining. So for those of you who are watching, kindly send in your views. I can see Ayeko is following the conversation. We also have Peter Moema, who is following the conversation as well. If you have any concern or you have questions for Mwanasiti, please put them in the comment section and we will be addressing those as soon as you send them. There is another bit that I forgot to mention on the first part of the conversation that we were having. There have been talks and reports that the government is speaking with the US government to have USA citizens brought into Kenya for quarantine from the Ebola-torn areas in DRC. What would be your comments about this? Do you think it's really in good faith to have citizens to come and be quarantined in our country in a disease that there hasn't been any case that has been reported in Kenya up to the
First of all, I'll just say, how does Ebola transmit to another person? How fast? And despite of anything, me, I'll just say, our president does not care about our country at the moment. Cause I think so. Trump tried South Africa for the quarantine, and they were refused. So
moment?
the government is just after money. Because if the people who will be brought here because of Ebola, this government will be paid. So he doesn't care about the local people, about the people, the patriots of Kenya. That's why he is
Yes.
accepting those shammy business. At the moment we're just praying that it doesn't work, because Ebola transmit to another person in 24 hours. So despite of these things, anybody that will be in that aeroplane will have to go a quarantine for some times. So why should you put our country in that messy and we're just fine of everything? So I'll just say the president is interested with money. If money is written in this deal, he doesn't care about his country or the patriot of these people of this country.
Okay, okay, okay. Yeah, that's another thing that is of great concern to Kenyans because even the USA themselves have said they are not taking anybody into their country who has Ebola, including their own citizens. So that's why they are looking for an alternative of where they can quarantine them before they bring them back to the USA. Uh, that is, and actually the minister, the CS for health, confirmed that those talks are going on. I've also heard the PS adding on and being in support, saying that Kenya has been on the forefront in trying to help other countries in the fighting of diseases and so forth. But I don't know if they actually consider what the Kenyans need in this case. So we will proceed because Tisa is still having an issue here. Just a minute. Okay, I'll get back to him later. We see if we will be able to join him in the discussion. But let's proceed on this end. Let's get back to you and your journey of becoming the CBD MCA, Nairobi CBD MCA. Beyond that, is your concern only on addressing the issues at that level, or do you have ambitions of getting above the seat of the MCA in politics?
Ambition to get above the seat of MCA, but first of all, I'll start. I think so. When you were born as a kid, you
Yes.
start crawl, you stand, you walk. After you walk, you run. So, but I do believe with the voice that I've been in these spaces, I've been in these streets, I'll not be silent. And this is just a promise to everyone. My loyalty will stand with the people of CBD and the people of this country. I'll not go do a shabby business for this CBD.
Yes.
I'll stand and the support will be my people.
Great. Uh, Someone will say that is what every politician says. And then because the people have actually learned a lot, and they will have to take a lot of concern in listening to politicians, because last campaign was some award winning acting on stage. People cried, people said things that hata kama umeona recently kuna clips zimekuwa zikicirculate in regard to female candidates.
But Cedric, I'll just say this at the end of the day, they cry because they recycle the same people.
Yes,
Our citizens are the mistake. At the moment, why should we cry? As like, let me ask you something. When you started your channel,
yes,
you worked hard, extreme hard, for it to
yes,
reach the followers that it is there. But if, as like at this moment, sometimes you don't work hard as the way you started it. And as like I do believe that we need new faces in this government. We can't have somebody working more than 60 years. As like I was born, found him there, still there, different ministry as an MP, as an MCA. Now he comes with another agenda fighting for a governor. But
yes,
despite all the criticisms that he or she has had, she has never or he has never worked hard. Despite because he has the finances, he has the resources of bullet of everything. You choose the wrong leader, come later blame somebody. Come praise the person who you could have voted at that moment, saying that I wish I knew. Why should we
yes,
have all those regrets? And I do believe that when you employ a good employer, a new employer to any place, he will work until the time he's usual to that place. So let the people of Kenya, may I just advise them, choose a new face. It doesn't matter if he will be a Gen Z, he will be a millennial, he will be a boomer, but a new person that does not know anything about political cocoons games.
yes,
That
yes,
is why I called it conship in politics.
hmm,
He doesn't understand, he doesn't have a godfather. He doesn't have somebody that will stand and pay that debt that he's going to take. And let's see, because it will be easy for you to remove this person rather than a person who has stayed in these political seats more than 63 years. And you say politicians usually lie. You've never given that person a chance, but you're just comparing these people with the past politicians. So please, our citizens, our people who will vote for us, try and have that belief, try and have that hope that we will bring that hope. Give us that chance. And if we fail you, blame us forever. That is
And
what I can.
for the presidency, this person you have described, do you think we have such kind of a person that is close enough to get to the presidency?
Let me tell you something. I'll just give, I think so you're talking about Sifuna, if I'm not wrong.
Yes,
There is a difference between God's favor and human favor.
yes,
You do believe that. Sifuna, let me ask you something. If all the
yes.
principle, I'm just giving you an example. If
Uh-huh.
Babu was the SG at this moment, he could be the one shining. If Orengo was the SG at this moment, he could be shining. Favor does not come once in lifetime. And let me ask you something.
Mm-hmm.
Senegal president was the recent one who is being impeached at the moment. He was the new senator at 34 years. But what is
Yes,
happening to himself? He'll be impeached at recently because you have not shown us that work. It will be easy for somebody to impeach you. It will be easy. But if we just select them, I think so. You saw whatever happened in 2022. The
yeah,
time, even whatever just happened recently before the death of our late Prime Minister Raila Amolo Odinga, may his soul rest in peace.
yes,
Before he died, there was an impeachment for Sakaja. But what did they do? They bought the MCAs because they do
yes,
believe that money buys everything. But these people that you're selecting at this moment, most people are not inheritance. Most people don't have dynasties. Most people that doesn't they don't have hustle lives. So at this moment, this is just a new person in a new place trying to make this city and try to make his work be seen so that if next time there is an election, he will be given that position with the work that he or she has done.
yeah.
So it's like I just need as like I need a motion. I think so you have just seen the by-election of Olkalau, which will happen on July.
Mm-hmm.
And we have a one Gen Z member of parliament who is called Timothy, who is running under a party called People Renaissance Movement Party,
Okay.
with the big aspirants from DCP, ODM, meaning UDA, Jubilee, NAC Kenya, and the rest. But at this moment, Timothy does not have wealth. Timothy understands the value of those youths over there. But a lot of people believe that Olkalau is a DCP area because of Gashagwa.
Mm-hmm.
We want to show, as like we want to believe that let these people get indulged with Timothy as a young generation that will come with a change on Olkalau. But
Yes,
the problem is the minor, as like by election is not voted by the youth at the moment because they're not on the registers book. The people who will vote on Kalau are the people who voted 2022. So I'll just urge them, support this new member of parliament. He could not have anything. He doesn't have that dynasty connection. He's one of your kid. Go well and select a leader. Don't select a politician.
great. Uh,
Select a visionary person. Don't
yes,
select a non-visionary person. Let
yep,
her give you his ideology on that vision of Olkalau. Despite he doesn't have that handout of 200, he doesn't have that handout of 1,000 for the parents. He doesn't have that handout of aprons at the moment. Maybe he'll just use the merchandise of the party. Those are shirts and capes.
yes,
He doesn't have that much money to fuel some cars for his campaign. That's why he decided to use a donkey to take him to the IBC because the fuel is so high. And he's trying to bring that nature of punda amechoka. And I hope the Olkalau get to understand this message, that people are tired with whatever is happening. People don't have that vocal to say that enough is enough, the kids are dying, enough is enough. Let's stand as a country and fight this thing. So I'll urge my voters for CBD. I might be new in your face, but I do believe that the God I serve and whatever my heart entire for this city will one day come in pass. That's what I can say.
Yes. There is a question here. Hi, Mwanasiti. I love your bold step to take this role. It's so inspiring. Two questions. Nairobi CBD faces challenges like insecurity, hawkers, traffic congestion, and poor drainage. What practical solutions do you plan to implement if elected, especially the poor drainage issue, which we just witnessed recently, and anytime it rains? And also, why should Nairobi CBD residents trust you over the other aspirants? I think there are several questions there from Christine, also including drainage system and whatsoever. Based on the roles of the MCAs, especially in the county assemblies, you please respond to those questions.
Yeah, Ayeko Tina, thanks for the question that you have asked. First of all, I'll just say I'll give an example of CBD has a women rep.
Yes.
We have an MP for Starehe, and we have a
Mhm.
governor.
Yeah.
A lot, my position, I have some few things which I'm supposed to do. I'm just supposed to overdo and this. So I do believe that I'll be that person that makes that sure that that thing is supposed to be done and it's done perfectly.
Mhm.
Secondly, I do believe that I think so at start maybe a year ago you weren't here and I said
Mhm.
that I'm not a career politician. I am one of you. I've walked in these streets, see the traffic. First of all, I'll just say about the traffic, the congestion. I felt bad while our governor, and I'll be specific, the governor of Nairobi County, while he took some cash with some matatu owners and gave them stage everywhere. That was the first mistake he did. At the moment, he's making cabros trying to make the matatu parks be removed in town, but he's the one who took their money. So he'll have to do out of it. At the moment, I do believe that there are some parks which were made for matatus to remain and CBD not to be a parking for all the buses and matatus. I hope one day
Yes.
I'll sit with the matatu organization, the chair people, and try to explain to them. And I hope they will get to an agreement, and which will have a solution coming to 2027. That is all I can say at the moment. Insecurity will have to deal with the governors and the women rep of Nairobi and have a solution for street
Yes.
lights, having putting police on the streets to be be working for the people of Nairobi, and it
Okay.
will improve our insecurity along Nairobi. And I'll not allow Bunism to be given the opportunity to be in this CBD.
So I'm trying to call Tisa to see if he can join on call. Tisa, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
So sorry for the technicalities there. I think you have been following the discussion we are having, and we have actually moved a big step. So kindly, I don't know where we will start from. If you have any introductory remarks, I know we have had you on the show previously, but it's been a very long time since we last hosted you during the campaigns of the last elections, and so much has happened all over, and I am thinking you are most likely supporting the side that you were not supporting the other time. If that is the case, you can tell us why.
Okay. Sorry for the technicality. Actually, I wanted to join.
Yes.
I think I requested that I wanted to go somewhere around Satatu, but now you see I've been here.
Yes.
Waiting for this opportunity.
Okay.
And I think, okay, my name is Tisa.
Yes, Tisa.
I come from Homa Bay County. I work with the senator.
Yes.
Moses Kajuang. I think we've been with you around.
Yes, exactly.
Tumekuwa hizi trenches, eh?
Yeah.
So, but I've been following what my sister was saying.
Yes.
Had you asking her about the Linda Mwananchi?
Mm-hmm.
I had you talking about Uhuru Kenyatta funding Linda Mwananchi, and she was denying. I had you talking about the plan that our politicians have, whether in one term or two term.
Yes.
They have our agenda as young people.
Yes.
Or they're looking for power to do their own things.
Mm-hmm.
So I think I lost you there, but that is basically what I captured when I was still following you guys.
Okay.
I don't know where you want me to jump in, what you want me to say, having done my bit of introduction.
Yeah, my first question was actually right now there is so much that is happening. We have two sides of ODM, then we have the government UDA. You said you are working as a youth liaison in the office of the governor for Homa Bay. Are you supporting either side of ODM, or you are a neutral party?
So
yes.
So
yes.
My point here is there is no there's no functions in ODM.
Uh-huh.
We only have one ODM. And that ODM is the one whose party leader is Oburu.
Okay.
The other party calling himself ODM Linda Mwananchi is a different political function altogether. And I believe in the fullness of time they will have that political party they're hiding out in the open.
Yes.
Give them very, very few days and you see that political party in the open.
Okay.
I heard you talking about Uhuru Kenyatta funding ODM. I really wanted to talk about funding Linda Mwananchi. I really wanted to talk about it.
Do you think Uhuru is funding Linda Mwananchi?
Yeah, I think Uhuru Kenyatta is behind the Linda Mwananchi faction, rather movement, let me call it so. Because
yes,
during ODM at 20 in Mombasa,
yes,
Edwin Sifuna is the one who read the goodwill message from Uhuru Kenyatta. He did it, and there was no more remark. Actually, he only did that, talked about Uhuru Kenyatta, and there's no problem, he did it, and then we read a lot of things in that.
Mm-hmm.
During some burial, I think during the burial somewhere in Central, I don't know whether it was the mother of Gamle Kamau, somebody there.
Yes.
Sifuna defended Uhuru Kenyatta openly. And in politics, bro, nothing happens out of mere coincidence. Everything is actually planned.
But someone would say that a majority of the people in on the side that has just dropped the name Linda Ground have been actively defending the president also, and the president is not a member of ODM.
You see,
yes,
before Baba left, there was an arrangement between ODM and the UDA.
Yes.
That is where Baba left ODM. That's actually where it left the so-called ODM. There's something called broad-based arrangement. That broad-based arrangement has ODM and UDA.
Okay.
And even so, members of ODM, the likes of John Badi, Wandai, Hassan Joe, and Opara joining the government, and the Baba was still alive. That actually has been the portion of ODM. By the way, let me tell you, Sifuna is a young man.
Yes.
And a vibrant leader, and I love him for that.
Yes.
I love him for what he's saying. I love him for what he's doing. The only thing is that he's hiding. He's not coming out in the open and saying, look, I think I am not in ODM and I'm supporting this other political party. Not so long ago, when he was asked, would you work with Gachagua? The Gachagua has been lambasting, has been fighting for years. He said, there's no problem, you can work with Gachagua. Not so long ago, you heard Babu Wino saying Gachagua is his father and he can work with him. Not so long ago, you can hear now Gachagua hitting places at Uhuru Kenyatta, and whenever somebody attacks Uhuru, Gachagua is the first person to defend Uhuru Kenyatta. So today's enemy in politics is tomorrow's friends, we understand. So these guys are working together. Sifuna and Gachagua and Uhuru are working together. There is no problem with them working together. There is absolutely no problem. The only problem somebody may cite is why are they pretending? Why are they not coming out and saying, look, we have a political party, even if it is PCP, Sifuna is part of it, even if it is whichever political party. Because what is lacking in our politics today is hygiene.
Yes.
I know people have history. I know people who resigned when it was not tenable for them to work with a given political party. They left. I know that Mogunga did it. So that if you feel, Raila Odinga also did it, if you feel this political party is not serving your interest, you don't fight to actually work in that party again. You just say, no, to hell. I want to form my political party, which I believe has the ideologies that are best for this country. But you don't talk about ODM, which again you're fighting. And then when you're asked who is funding you, you don't want to mention, of course, there's no problem. But we can read it and we can see who is funding you.
But now,
so the honest truth,
yes.
Conclude. The honest truth is that the political party, the movement calling itself Linda Wananchi, has the hand of Uhuru Kenyatta in it, brother.
Yes.
Pauline Njoroge, you know who Pauline works for. Whenever you see Pauline Njoroge in a political party, like now, Pauline Njoroge came out clearly and is now supporting Sifuna, and Sifuna is working. I can tell you, that is the branch of Jubilee. And we don't have any problem. The only issue here is Sifuna has always portrayed himself as a truthful man, somebody very honest.
Yes.
He's showing to be honest, not by actually, you have to have told us. Now, you see, Linda Wananchi, we have the political party, join the team, let's push together. So these people have a political party that I will mention next time we meet. Yes. They have a political party that is in the offing, and that political party will be out very soon. It is not ODM. So there are no factions. You only have one ODM and another political party which is being hidden from the public.
The Linda Mwananchi claims to be ODM, and there are people with different interests in it. The party leader of ODM has already said that he will be going back to Siaya as senator. Then if there are people within ODM who are interested in something bigger than just CS positions under Ruto, or there are people within ODM who do not think that Ruto is the best decision going to 2027, what are they supposed to do? Are they supposed to ship out?
Now, let me tell you something. My boss,
yes,
yes, has allowed us to speak our mind freely.
Yes.
And even on the issue of zoning,
yes,
ODM said they need zoning. Moses Kajua said there is no need for zoning. zoning will kill democracy. Let people just run and let the voters elect the people that they believe can work for them.
Yes.
So why am I saying this? You are asking a question of if there's somebody has interest of running for president or whichever position Obuya said is running for Senate. Obuya is the party leader of ODM.
Yes.
And there is actually ongoing talk. When the talk begins officially,
Yes.
where ODM is now tabling what they need, the agenda. Because in a coalitional arrangement, even if it is Lina Mwananchi having a talk with the UDA, they'll have to tell what they believe they should get in terms of, what is in for the party.
Yes.
You get the point?
Yeah, I get
so
it.
In ODM, no talk will take place without the blessing of the political party leader, and that is Odin.
Okay.
And they are already, you saw what happened. They met the UDA, met ODM. They had their meeting.
Yes.
We are yet to know now what's going on. What will happen after that? But I can tell you, ODM that I know, I'm talking as much as Tisa.
Yes.
I don't think that we are going to field a presidential candidate. I don't think so.
Okay.
So for the position of deputy president, we'll talk about it when the time
Comes,
comes. But
okay.
as of now, we are talking. We are still putting laying down structures.
Yes.
Before we enter into that negotiation fully.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Yeah, that is Moses Tisa. Unfortunately, we had some technicalities. He's joining us on call from Homa Bay. Mwanasiti, I don't know if you were hearing what Tisa was saying. If there is anything you need to make a response as you make your final remarks.
Yeah, Tisia, thank you for whatever you've just said. First of all, I think so. We usually believe that a party leader is the person who is supposed to vie as a president. Despite of the wrangles between Linda Mwananchi and Linda Grounds, and
Yes.
I'll just clarify this to Tasia. Before Baba became sick,
Yes. Yes.
before Baba became sick, I think so that was the last presser that he gave before he rested. He
Yes.
said he as ODM will have a presidential candidate. He didn't say he has left you in broad base. And despite that you have a CS, Wandai and Badi, that does not give you fully implication to support the wrong of this country. Secondly, I think so you have just said that your senator gives you freedom of speech, and that's what the best thing ever in life. You can speak and articulate your problems, and he listens. So we love you as the way you are senator of Homa Bay. Kajwang is giving you the articulation. We'd love this thing to go nationally and let everybody have that articulation of if something is right, let it be right. But if something is wrong, let that thing be called a wrong. Not don't shadow boost that thing and say call a spoon a spade and a spade a spoon. And then lastly, you've just said that Sifuna is lying over ODM. They have a party that they're going to reveal. And you will say it if you're so sure, very sure about it. Don't postpone things because you believe that you're a youth and you believe with whatever you say. Because when you're called on an YouTube live, I believe whatever you say, you have really checked and you've really understood it well. There have been wrangles that Uda was making some effects about Linda Mwananchi. I think so. Whatever spreads in online, it could be true or it's there to happen. So I'll just let you know that you're a youth, as you say, or you're a millennial, but you're a youth under a youth thing. Sit down. Kids are getting lost. Read harder about the finance. If there is a correct way of correcting it, correct it. But never support bad to please somebody who will never give you life. Because when your time comes, he will hit you, the same person you're supporting. That's my remarks, and thank you for hosting me tonight. And I'll be glad to be in this show to articulate and give ideas that I understand much about our country.
Thank you very much, Mwanasiti, and thank you, Tisa. Tisa, I'd like to get your, if you are still around, I'd like to get your final remarks.
Yeah. There's something I want to say before she goes.
Yes.
Mwanasiti, how are you once more?
I'm fine, Tasi, I'm fine.
Oh, thank you. This country does not need youths or young people. This country does need competent people, regardless of the age. And I will tell you why I'm saying this. Not so long ago, I posted something on my Facebook where a man from Homa Bay, a young man, was arrested. Of course, Orengo was saying he was abducted, but he was arrested. When this man came out and said he would have killed the president, we might disagree with the president, but why don't we then have some respect?
Yeah.
Why don't we look at it differently? In a country called Senegal, in 2024, they elected a young president called Diomaye Faye.
Yes.
A young one.
Yes.
And then Sonko Osman also became the prime minister, a very young person.
Yes.
But today, you look at that country, it's going to the dogs. In 2013, we elected young people, Uhuru Kenyatta and William Ruto. 10 years down the line, she was talking about debt. 10 years down the line, they pushed from where Kibaki left to nowhere. Even as we speak, look at our parliament today, full of young people. I would love to be told some of the bills that are tabled today to change the life of young people.
Okay.
So that we should talk about the young people, yes, but we should remind them that once elected, once they're elected. Hello?
Hello, we can hear you.
Once they're elected, do they have the requisite? Somebody's calling me all the time here. Let me hang up.
Sorry.
Once elected, do they have the agenda for this country?
Okay.
That is my problem, because my sister is a young man.
Yes.
I'm also a young man. So she's talking about, I should think about, I have no problem. I've been fighting, and I believe maybe she doesn't know my history. I've been demonstrating, by the way. My clips are all over.
Yes.
But if you're talking about Linda Mwananchi, today, I can tell you Mwanasiti, the Linda Mwananchi you're talking about is an appendage of DCP. And I've been waiting to listen to you guys telling me, yes, we are alternative government, but this is what we will offer going forward. It is nothing, it is one term. So I would love us to have a debate where Linda Mwananchi is telling us, fine, this is our agenda for the nation. Those of us who believe we are not supporting you, we also come and say, this is our agenda for the nation. So that we can be able to have a robust, clean, and sober discussion about this country. But if you're talking about our age, yet we have very young people today, young parliamentarians today, who have never spoken in parliament, who have never tabled anything worth listening to in parliament. So when are we going to talk about the nation in terms of the direction that the nation is taking? Because looking at it today, it is about populist politics. What do I do to make people happy? Lastly, I participated in 2024 demonstration against the finance bill.
Yes.
But today, sometimes I sit down and ask myself, why did I even participate? Because I had a meeting with somebody somewhere, and I asked him, just show me one article or one clause in that particular bill.
Yes.
That really was worth taking us the street to demonstrate. There was miscommunication. A lot of it, by the way. By who? By the same ODM that I am in today. The same ODM, because why? Today, negative news, propaganda will sell. So maybe before I go to the road this time round, I want to sit down and read and reread.
Okay. And Tisa,
let's know why am I going to the road?
Tisa, finally, and I'm very sorry that you came in late because of the technicality. finally, as you make your final remarks as we conclude the show, because we are running past time, we actually had several discussions with you here on the time leading to the 2022 election, and you are really at loggerheads with Wakili, whom we also are having on this discussion. I'll try to reach to him again and see if he will find time. Wakili Nelson Mandela, he was on the other side, where I presume he still is, on the UDA side. Right now, the side of ODM you are supporting, I assume, is actually supporting the president, William Ruto. Do you think that the William Ruto you were fighting back then at the time leading to 2022 elections is a different one from the one we have right now?
Those who are contesting for the seat of president 1027 are so many. We have Maraga, we
Yes.
have Ruto.
Yes.
We don't know who is actually contesting from that side of Mwanasiti. But here, I think we have Maraga, we have Ruto, and I don't know. I would rather vote for Maraga.
Uh-huh.
Kama sina option.
Yes.
But voting for, okay, fine. Last week I was on some show and I told them I would really want to vote for Sifuna.
Yes.
Because I think the guy has the charisma, the guy has the idea. I listen to him, I think if he sits down to craft the agenda for this country, then I think they should. So I think Sifuna is the best person. I told that person. You don't think Sifuna had joined Gachagua, but you know Gachagua very well. There is no agenda. There is no agenda in that team. So any team that Gachagua is remote controlling has got no agenda. So I am going to say that I'm going to vote for Ruto. We will listen to them. We have the Ruto there. We have Maraga there. We listen to them. Scan their agenda. Listen to their views. And if Gachagua, if Maraga has the best, I will just vote for Maraga. But the team that I cannot vote for is the team that is associated with Gachagua, because I know it does not have agenda from day one. If I listened to Saboti Member of Parliament, he said if Sifuna and the team will join Gachagua, then he will walk out. But if Sifuna will and Babu Wino will actually have their own political party and have their own side, then I think you will host me again and I will tell you something.
Okay.
But as of now,
yes.
As of now, we only have Maraga and the president.
Okay, thank you. Thank you very much. That is Moses Tisa joining us on call from Homa Bay, and we have also had Mwanasiti Athman, who is running to be Nairobi CBD MCA. Tisa, are you getting into contesting for any position in the forthcoming election?
No.
Okay, thank you very much. It's
but
the
for Mwanasiti,
yes.
For Mwanasiti,
yes.
I think I'll get a number from you. I really want to see her way to election.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you very much, both of you. It has been an amazing discussion, and I hope we will find time for another discussion sometime later. Guys, have a good night. It has been a great discussion. We will be bringing you further discussions in the course of the coming weeks. Thank you.